clout. Except that she's still so style. You looking mad, sit down, pal. Gonna hit the bank and cash out. Been trapping hard since your club scout. Do you even know what I'm talking about? Do you even know what y'all rapping about?
What?
Just about what you see at your fucking homie house. Stop lying. Please stop running for the public. Talking big shit ain't on nothing. Say you protect, but we know that's us. Say you was you, but never got you bustin'. Not put the track, so why you always running? Say you got drugs, but you ain't even funny. Ain't but the money, no time for discussion. I ain't trying to talk. There's money you made, so I'm out here hustling. I'm awake. There's money to be made, so I'm out here hustling. Can you hear me? There's money to be made. Give a fuck about you, I just wanna get paid. Me and the crew, yeah, we all submit. Always underestimated, never on the page. Boys with small boys, but can't be swayed. Don't play no game, bitch, I ain't arcade. These bitchy rappers are not what they portray. Boy, I can tell you all some links. See right through them lies you tell. Lie to the church where you used to be found. And you get school, them drugs never sound. Thank God I didn't end up in prison. Cause if I sing it on lyric, you know I was hitting it. Please that next time you think I ain't with it. Always down for the band, but you know I'm committed.
We live. All right, what's up, Turtle Riders? Welcome to the weekly edition of Turtleboy Live, brought to you by the good folks over at Garage Doors Plus in Quincy. They've been in business for decades now, doing great work throughout not only the South Shore, but Rhode Island, the North Shore. They'll go all the way up to Maine, for crying out loud, Central Mass. They don't care. Quality craftsmanship over at Garage Doors Plus. If you got one of those crappy garage doors that you have to get out of the car and open it up like a savage just to park your car, I mean, what year is this? Call our good friends at Garage Doors Plus. They'll come over to your house. They'll install it that day. All right, get the job done. Give you a nice little clicker. It'll change your life forever. All right, Garage Doors Plus Quincy. Find them at gdplus.com. Hit them up. Support the Turtleboy sponsors. All right, folks. So now that we got that out the way, we have two guests with us tonight. Obviously, Bret Killoran's here, our official co-host. How you doing, Bret?
Good, but for the first time ever, I have to ask you to ban someone from the page.
Who's that?
Kansas City Turtle Rider Sydney.
Yeah, what'd she do?
She's gonna say some real mean things about the Khalil Mack trade, and I don't want to hear it from the Kansas City fans. In or now?
Yeah. And also with us tonight is Western Mass Turtle Girl. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome back. We haven't had you on the show in a while, but it's always good to hear your voice.
Yeah.
All right. So, welcome everybody. As you guys know, we normally broadcast from the Clarence Woods Emerson page, but he's suspended, I think, for 18 more days, something like that. It's going to be a little bit. We went live on Turtleboy Sports Forever last week, and as you know, it got interrupted halfway through because those pages are extremely easy to report and get removed. I don't even want to deal with it. So Phil Prentice it is, and as I see, we got up to 100 people. We only have 3,000 followers on Phil, okay? But we're still had a bigger crowd than we did on Turtleboy Sports Forever. So what we need you people to do right now is please share this, right? Share this live video on your Facebook page, right? Let people know this is where Turtleboy Live is broadcasting from tonight. Come on over. Come join the fun. Tomorrow's Labor Day. Nobody's got to work. It's awesome. All right. So we'd ask that you guys do that. That's great. Interact with the page as much as possible. Like it, comment on it. It shows up in your news feed when that happens. All right. Tell people, come on over to Philip V. Prentice because every day Clarence gets messages and I want to smash my head into the wall because people aren't getting the message out there that this is where we're at now on Philip V. Prentice. All right. So, all right. Oh, hold on. We got a ratchet here that says she's passing out and that's not acceptable. So we need to message her right now, and we're saying no. She goes, can we do this another day? No, we can't do this another day. No. We're going to call her right now, because I'm calling her right now. I'm going to start off the show. It
puts the Facebook call on, or it gets the hose.
Yeah.
It does this every weekend.
Yeah, I'm sick of these people thinking that they write the rules. So we're starting off with a bang with the phone call. Then we'll do the roll call after this. I like to do roll call, but this one thinks she's getting away with this. She just messaged us and is like,
Patrick, you can go fuck yourself. San Diego Charger fan. You a dick.
There is no San Diego Chargers. What are you talking about, Brett?
Yes, sir.
They're the
No,
Los.
well, San Diego, you must be a Chargers fan. They ain't got a team.
Well, that's why they don't have a team, because no one went to the games, Brett.
Yeah, Raiders fans did.
Oh, okay, you got it. Is this Deneen? She would like the video chat. No, we're doing it audio. Deneen, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so we got your message that you were going to bed, but we needed to get this over with. So we're going to have you on right now. How are you?
Very tired.
Okay. Well, we'll be brief as we can. All right. So for those of you guys familiar with this, Manchester Turtlet wrote a blog she called Rabid Rainbow, and she basically accused this woman. Your real name is Deneen, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're a clown, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is one of my jobs, yes.
But you're like a scary clown.
Correct.
Okay. Now, you came up on Manchester Turtlet's radar, I believe, because you seem to have a lot of GoFundMes, like a lot of GoFundMes. Is that true?
I've had a couple of them. I can't say that I've had a lot. If there's a lot out there, I'm unaware of some of them, but I will in fact say I have had a couple.
Okay, I count like 6. Like people are saying, like you have. Like I'm looking in the comments and people are claiming that you've had crazy, like they're saying we missed GoFundMes. They're saying things that like, I think you had one for your mother, I believe. Is that right?
I'm not going to lie. That actually would be one that does not particularly ring a bell.
Oh, that does not ring a bell. Okay. So we'll talk about that one later then. So let's talk about the ones that she specifically had you in. So why do you have so many GoFundMes? Why?
All right, so the one that she particularly spoke of with my son's service dog, this was an impromptu thought. I had been searching and fighting for services for my son for a very long time, and somebody had mentioned this. I looked into it. I found out that it was something that was attainable for my child. It was something that was partially covered by his health care, so it was something that I definitely wanted to do. A friend of mine did have Shiba Inu puppies. She was willing to help me out in securing one of the puppies at a discounted rate, like because they were hers, so she was going to sell me one of the dogs with papers and vaccinations at a lower cost because it was for my son, and it's a service dog. I had already spoken with his pediatrician. We had already gotten in touch with a couple people who were able to train the dog. Yeah. So it was something that I really needed to jump on quickly, but unfortunately did not have immediate funds for.
So then why
I'm
were
a
you
single
getting a dog?
parent. It's very difficult for me to be able to have that much money that quickly.
But you qualify. No, time out. You qualify for every form of assistance possible.
And I do have some assistance. I cannot get all of it. Nor would I want
my God.
Hey, time out. Did you ever get the dog trained? Did you get the dog trained?
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay. Well, Manchester's claiming, she says that the dog was never trained despite the GoFundMe. Is that, you're saying that's not true?
That is not true. The GoFundMe did raise $50 towards helping Oogie get trained, but he did get trained.
Okay. Now, this thing with, so you're getting a dog. Why are you getting a dog? If you can't afford a dog, right, then why are you getting a dog? Dogs are very expensive to maintain. How did you plan? Like, if you see the problem here that if you need a GoFundMe to initially buy the dog, you probably shouldn't get a dog in the first place.
You actually missed my point, and this was something that I was very particular with you in the message when you asked me if I wanted to do this. Was I did not want this to turn around and seem bad. Now, I said that I couldn't afford the large cost to get the dog up front right then and there because it was short notice. I haven't been able to happily maintain Oogie the entire time since we have gotten him. Since then, I'm perfectly capable of being able to take care of this dog. It is not a $700 cost every week.
All right, Brett's gonna have a say. Go ahead, Brett. Go ahead, Brett.
All right. So how, like, I am perfectly able to take care of a dog. You got kicked out of Section 8. You dragged out
Actually,
an eviction for 6 months.
It's true. You did,
So
right?
how the fuck do you have the
that's
fucking
not.
money
And
to
if you
take
guys
care
are
of a
seriously
fucking
going
animal?
to do this right now after everything I've been through,
No,
if you're
what
not
have you
actually
been
listening
through?
to listen to me, I'm not
wait. I'm not, listen, pipe down. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm not trying to assume anything. But the facts are that you dragged out an eviction for 6 months when your rent was under $200. So how in the fuck can you take care of fucking kids and a fucking dog? That makes no fucking sense to the rest of the fucking world.
You understand that,
Okay,
right?
number one, I put my rent in withholding for bad living conditions. I can take care of my kids, and I can take care of my dog. Me moving out was actually an agreement. But if we're going to do it this way and you're not going to listen, this
Well,
is
I'm
over.
I'm listening. But here's the thing. So you didn't pay rent for that many months. Like, that's a fucking gift. If I didn't have to pay fucking rent or mortgage for that, I'd have a nest egg built up. You got the gift of no rent, and yet you still have no fucking money. And you say that being a clown is a job. Obviously, it's not a job if you need to beg for money, correct?
Who's begging for money?
Yeah, what do you think a GoFundMe is?
Goodbye.
Did she hang up?
Yeah, she did.
We're calling her back. She got...
My fault. I mean, that might be my fault.
No, it's not. Yeah, but you had...
Yeah, that was definitely your fault, but...
Rent was $160 a month. 6 months dragged out an eviction. You cannot care for a pet. A pet isn't an accessory.
Hello, Deneen.
That becomes a member
Are
of
you
your
done?
fucking
Or are you
family.
going to let me talk?
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead. Say what you got to say. But don't you hang up on us. That's the deal. Okay, you're gonna talk and we're gonna talk. Go ahead.
Are you actually going to let me explain my situation, or are you guys going to keep cutting me off?
30-second bursts.
I'll give you an answer.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
All right. Which one? What do you want an answer to?
Okay. What I want to know is if it was why you had no money. Why you had no money if you had no rent to pay for that long. You never paid your rent, right?
If you guys actually in my fundraiser, I explained that. We had a very severe situation where my mother went in for back stimulation surgery and it went wrong. She actually couldn't walk for a couple months. So that money that I put away for an emergency, which I did, I had an emergency account with that money for, God forbid, whatever. It was used for bills. So no, I didn't have that nest egg that I totally could have used right now anymore.
So you think it's okay to not pay your rent? You think that's okay, right? Do you collect disability?
No, I don't.
You don't. Do you collect unemployment?
No, I don't.
Okay, so that's not true. Okay, can you prove that?
No, it's not.
So how do you get Section 8, please?
Are you on Section 8? Do you get Section 8?
How do you get Section 8 then?
My mother is disabled, so she got Section 8.
And your mother lives with you?
I live with my mother because I am her PCA. I take care of her since her stroke.
You're a nurse?
Yeah.
Are you okay? You're sure you're not a CNA? Is that the same thing?
No, personal care assistant. Very different.
Okay, and so you are a PCA. You're like a nurse, yet you don't have There's no way you work full year round, or else you'd have money, right? So why don't you work full year round?
I do.
Yeah.
Actually, I have multiple jobs throughout the year.
Obviously,
Again,
you don't work enough.
I am a single parent taking care of.
Boo-hoo! A lot of people are single parents. You also get
my mother.
But you also get welfare, right?
Sorry?
You also get welfare. We, the taxpayers, are subsidizing your lifestyle, correct?
Absolutely not. I may get food stamps, and that's all. I actually don't fully qualify.
You got that, Western Mass little girl?
According to them, which is actually kind of really shitty where they put that cap, because a lot of people who don't make a lot of money are cut off and told that they make too much money by DTA, and you can actually check that.
Where do you think? I got a question. Where do you think food stamps come from? The welfare tree?
Are we really going to do this? You're really going to turn this around into I'm taking from the taxpayers. You're claiming that I qualify for all this assistance, but because I get one piece of assistance that I qualify for, you're going to bash me for getting it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do this, guys.
You're not really a nurse. You know that, right? A PCA is not a nurse.
All
It
right.
is a
I
form
think
of
everyone
nursing.
needs to
If you
calm
check,
down.
It is personal care
Take a
assistant,
breath.
a home health aide,
Yeah.
and can be a fully registered nurse, to which I am not a fully registered, but I went to college and actually have
What college
a
you go
partial
to?
registration
What college you go
and
to?
in phlebotomy, which is one of the things that qualifies me to be my mother's personal care assistant.
Okay, what college you go to?
That doesn't matter.
I don't believe you actually went to college. I think you're making that
That's
up.
great. You don't have to believe
How
me.
come you can't tell us?
Like,
How come
I
you
don't
can't
like
tell
where
us?
this conversation is going. Like, you were seriously looking for more things to try and bash me on when I'm
No, I'm
actually
giving you
trying
a chance to prove
explain-
that you're not a liar, and you're not doing a very good job of that. I'm giving you a chance, and I'm asking you what college you went to, and you can't tell me that, which is odd. Don't you think?
Bryman Institute, okay?
The Bryman
There.
Institute? The Bryman Institute. Okay, excellent. So yeah, you majored in phlebotomy. Is that Western Mass Turtleboy? You got any questions for her?
I'm just wondering how one person has multiple GoFundMe pages and doesn't ever find anything wrong with that. It takes a lot for a person to ask for help, I think, and to publicly ask and post it as frequently as she does is confusing to me. That she doesn't find anything
Yeah, do you see anything
remotely
shameful?
wrong with it.
You see, yeah, like that's a good point. Do you see anything shameful about repeatedly begging, people for money? Because it's basically internet panhandling. No.
I hate doing it. I really
you
don't.
do it a lot.
Actually notice
Yeah.
most of the time, ones that I have, like my son's dog in this situation, it's for my children. I hate doing this. I fucking hate it. I don't want to, but it was either this to make sure that my kids have a roof over their head, and trust me, I'm trying to make it so that we are not here this long,
Okay.
or we end up on the streets, and I don't want to put my sorry, I don't want to do that to my kids. My first thought was for their safety. No, I didn't want to fucking do this. I fucking hated that I had to do this. I really did.
Well, okay, so why are you
you
spending money on tattoos and getting your hair dyed and shit like that? Things that are not necessities.
I actually am not. That part of all of that is absolutely ridiculous. I haven't been spending money on tattoos as that claimed. As a matter of fact,
tattoos are free?
I have actually canceled some shit, like pushing back a car payment. I'm pushing back all sorts of shit that I should be putting towards other bills to make sure that I can cover part of this motel and don't
I got a
have
picture
to
of you.
GoFundMe.
There's a picture of you in the blog getting tattooed.
That's a friend of mine that does my tattoos.
Don't
so
you love it how
people
everybody we always
don't know the
profile in Turtleboy
situation.
gets free tattoos? It's amazing. We've never seen so many people who get free tattoos.
It's not free tattoo. It's trade deal. It's trade.
Oh,
I send
trade
customers.
tattoos.
And I get X amount of money off of a tattoo. I build that up until I can afford 1 hour, and that's when I will go and see my artist. That's how that works. So it's not free. I'm not getting it for free.
How do you build up that hour?
It's trade deal.
Like, what do you do to get that hour?
Say that again.
I'm asking. Now, I know a lot of local tattoo artists. I get that maybe you do stuff or pay a little here and there, build it up, and get a great tattoo. I've done it. I understand it. But what do you do for him or her, whoever there it is, to build up these hours? Like, what do you do in trade for that hour of artistry?
Promotion and gaining new customers.
What do you promote?
Them.
So you basically post their website, say how great they are, and they give you a free hour?
I don't believe that.
Not. The customer actually has to come in. The customer actually has to get work done, and the work has to be over a certain amount.
Yeah.
There are stipulations to this that is.
Yep. No.
What about
okay? I didn't. All I wanted was an answer. Well, hold on. You asked her. Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
So, it's true or false that you were evicted and dragged it out for 6 months? I'm not saying the reasons. I'm not saying what the rent was. Anything like that. Is that true or not?
False.
Oh, it's false.
All right. So you.
Okay.
Wait. No. So you've never went through the eviction process.
Nope.
Okay, we'll look that up. That's fine. We will look
So
that up.
if I could show you,
I actually. I did.
record
Somebody.
of you.
Sorry.
So
Now you're cutting me off.
go ahead, Brett. If you ever
I didn't realize
You
you were
hung up
talking.
on
Sorry,
us.
go
You
ahead.
got cut off.
Yeah.
So if I could show you court records of you going through an eviction, you're saying those would be fake. They'd be bullshit.
I am not saying that they would be fake. I am saying that let me figure out how to explain this.
Yeah, think about it. Think about how you're going to explain
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Take your fucking time.
All right.
Okay, you got it? Go.
The initial reason the landlord took me in, yes, he did put down non-payment of rent. The eviction part of that was tossed out because I was able to prove in court that the proper measurements were taken to alert the landlord of problems with the property, and I did send out correct notice for rental withholding. After that,
so you went about it the right way, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you went about it the legal way, right?
Correct.
All right. So when I asked you if you've ever been evicted or went through the eviction process, and you said no, that's false, that was a lie.
Well, no,
because
because
now
that
you're
was
telling us why
point.
you went through.
All
If you asked me, hey, Bret, have you ever been wet? And I was like, no, never. And then you said, hey, I got a picture of you in a swimming pool. And I said, well, let me tell you why that happened. In the end, I lied about getting fucking wet.
Your credibility is definitely tattered. You've definitely damaged.
I'm giving her a chance. I'm not cutting her off. I'm fucking trying to fucking.
All right, I'm trying to clarify why I said false to that. Why I say false to that is because, yes, that was the initial reason for going in, but as of day one, that part of that was tossed out. So I actually didn't go through the process. Yes, the landlord tried to bring me in for that, but no, he did not get away with bringing me in for that because I put my rent in legal withholding. So he tried, but actually could not do it because I was able to present proof and they were able to throw out the eviction.
Oh,
so
okay. So if we find
Where are you right now? Where are you living right now?
Unfortunately, a hotel.
Okay, and you think, and why are you dragging your kids?
Hey, wait! Don't dry brag. That's a fucking motel. Ain't no fucking way you're in a hotel, lady. None.
Yeah.
Zero.
Hotel.
So you're in some shitty motel, right?
Now,
Unfortunately, but at least it's you and your kids, right?
Yes.
Right. All right. So how are you paying for said motel? Twisting balloon animals and making scary faces at kids' parties? What are you doing?
Yeah.
My friends are helping with my fundraiser.
Oh, so you're still begging for? So other people are paying for your shit.
No, did you not just hear what I said?
I heard exactly what you said.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Western Mass.
Now, what you do? I don't know what you do on a day-to-day basis, but does it pay well?
No.
Then maybe you should get a real job. Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it to because it doesn't seem like it's a very needed type of job.
Yeah.
But did it ever occur to you to maybe look for something that pays a little bit more so that you can actually afford to do things without asking people to help you constantly?
Gee, I was trying to do that until I found out I was going to be homeless and kind of had to put it on hold to make sure my kids had a roof over their head. So I was.
Where's your mom then?
What?
Wait. Like people in the comments are saying, you are living and working for your mom, taking care of your mom. Where's that bitch at? Like, where is she and who's taking care of her?
I'm taking care of her.
No, I'm just asking. You're taking care of her. So you now live in a motel with your two little beautiful children, and you travel to go to your mom's house, and you take care of her?
No.
Holy
My
shit.
mom doesn't have
Is your
Where's your mom living then?
Is your mom at the hotel with you?
Yeah.
His mom's up at
we
the
all
hotel?
live in the same residence, guys. Like that, I already said that earlier.
Okay, so mom's in the hotel with you.
Resident.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Wow, what a fan.
There ain't any. I've never seen a 3-bedroom motel.
Yeah, this is
not once in my life have I ever seen that.
Not a hotel, and
This is a very interesting set of life. I think the most important question was the one Western Mass Turtle Girl asked you, which was, I think it's time to get a grown-up job. You say that, I had to put that on hold, as in the job hunt, because I got evicted. It seems like now is the time to accelerate
I didn't
the
get
job hunt.
evicted, so please with that.
Okay,
I did
you're
not
living
get
in a
evicted,
motel.
all
You're
right?
living in a motel. Okay, so it seems like now would be the time to look for a grown-up job, something that pays, I don't know, $15 an hour at least, so that way you can actually be a respectable individual and get a cheap little apartment.
Stop bragging on her.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, be a grown-up. Why not be a grown-up?
I'm concerned about the mother now.
Yeah.
Are you
So
serious?
mom lost her Section 8. Why did mom lose her Section 8 apartment then?
Y'all are like seriously killing me. Like I just said that I put it on hold.
Seriously.
And
Like, how did your poor
I'm
mother lose her Section 8?
I actually,
Was it
I
because of
already
you?
have a job set up that I'm going
All
to
right,
be
I'm done
going
with her.
with. Hopefully, as
Wait,
soon as
let me guess.
possible.
You're opening a barber shop and you're turning your life around, right? All right, enough with the fucking bullshit.
And where's the
You're
dog?
a fucking scam artist. Fucking,
Yeah, you're a scam artist. We see right through
You're
your
a
bullshit.
scam artist, fucking piece of shit that tries to prey on the good feelings of others. Well, fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck your kids. How about that, you fucking tattooed cow? Fuck you.
All right.
Enough. I'm sorry, but enough of fucking even treating these fucking animals like they're people, man.
Yeah, all right, good.
I'm actually picturing a sad clown right now
I know.
for some reason.
Oh, God. Oh, God. What a fucking scam
I'm
artist,
sorry,
huh?
man. My bad.
What a fucking scam artist. There's no dog in it. Everything she said got, one after another. So here's what I forgot to do this. Let us know where you repping in the comments, Turtle Riders. We like to, where you repping, okay? Where you repping? Let us know where you're watching Turtleboy live from right now. Go ahead. See what Turtle Riders is saying. That was a great start to the show. Yeah. I know. I love it. She's like trading in. Like, she's so valuable. When she tells people to like come to your fucking shit, like she sends so much business your way that she gets free tattoos. Every fucking person we've ever interviewed on here who is like buying tattoos always gets them for free. Always. It's like we've never had a person ever pay for a tattoo on the show before. All right. So let us know where you repping in the comments, people. Let us know where you're watching from. Go.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga.
Fucking Tony, you bad motherfucker.
Chattanooga's in the house. All right. Winchuntucky's in the house.
South Carolina.
Yeah. Bret was behaving till the end. Bellingham's in the house. Here we go. Let's see the wild places. Abington's in the house. Milford's in the house. We got a good story on Milford coming tomorrow. Another back-to-back Milfords. Man, there's some real assholes coming tomorrow from Milford. 16 and 17-year-olds. We don't care. We're ripping them apart. Quincy's in the house. Derry, New Hampshire's in the house. Orange is in the house. Another Milford. Okay. Manchester's in the house. Of course she is.
Oh, my boy Karen from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Westfield's in the house. Douglas, Western Mass Regional Women's Correctional Center. All right. Worcester's in the house. Another Worcester's in the house. My mom's watching from Cranston. Are you paying for her too? New Bedford's in the house. Southbridge is in the house. Wilmington's in the house. Where else we doing? All right. Kansas City's in another Milford. Man, we got a shitload of Milford people here tonight. I love Milford. All right. So Charlottesville's in the house. There we go.
Jacksonville, Vermont. I didn't even know that was a place.
You know what Jacksonville, Vermont's next to, Bret? Coleraine. It borders Coleraine.
Get the fuck out of here.
There's a road in Coleraine called Jacksonville
Portland,
Road.
Maine. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Coleraine.
Portland, Maine.
All right. So let's go to the next topic. I want to talk about the I'm going to talk about the Fall River Gender Blender. All right. And so here's another scam artist. All right. So basically, here's the rundown with this chick. She goes by Mila, and I'm going to call her she just to simplify it, but she's really an ex-dude named Ricky, and Ricky is from Fall River and turned into Mila, as you can see. A little transition going on in the house. And there's, for some reason, pictures of her. I guess she got breast enhancements, so she's going full chick. And there she is, obviously, blah, blah, blah. Well, about a month ago, not even a month ago, about like a week ago, actually, people were looking all over for this chick, all over California, wondering, is she missing? All right. And like everybody's wondering, where the hell is she? She was actually reported missing, and then she was found. Okay. And as it turns out, we found out that she was missing because she was in jail for 45 days for second-degree burglary in California. All right. Now, she was in California because she moved there to be some sort of model or some bullshit. Everybody thinks they're going to become rich and famous by moving to California. And next thing you know, it obviously doesn't work out. And now she's coming on here saying, begging for money, basically saying, please understand how real this is and how desperate. I'm alone. Okay. I'm in danger of being raped. Okay. Or dead or both. All right. I've never bled myself out on social media, all this shit. And so a lot of people started donating to her. And then she started to GoFundMe. Right. She said she wanted to come home. So people donate a few $100 and she's not coming home. She's still in fucking California for some reason. She wants to come back to Fall River for whatever reason. That's even worse. I'd rather just die in California. And she decides to start this GoFundMe, and like all of a sudden people are donating and people are like, dude, what the fuck? Why aren't you coming home? People keep donating to you. And they see on her Facebook page, right? Here she is on July 14th, right? Did a little shopping, right? And she's posting pictures of like this bag, which cost $2,400 because she's showing off the price tag. Another one that cost $4,000. These hooker shoes, right? This bag, all this fucking expensive ass shit. Alexander McQueen's, which apparently is like fucking just a place where you go to buy $200 t-shirts, right? Bragging about like I bought so much stuff there that they gave me free champagne. And here she is, right, with a fucking watch that cost $10,000 that she still fucking has. And people are asking her, why don't you just pawn the watch? And she has an excuse for that. She says, oh, that watch belongs to a friend of mine. All right. Now, here's the thing. She also claims that she did not do anything wrong, that her friend Kara Stillwell was robbing a store and she got sent to jail for being with her, which is obviously a lie because there's cameras in stores and that's not how fucking Law and Order works. Plus, she pled fucking guilty. We found the courthouse shit. She pled fucking guilty. And she never mentioned this to anyone else. All right. So she's just lying to people who she considers friends and ripping them off. And so she wants to come on the program tonight. All right. She wants to come on the program. So we are going to call her right now. Okay. Right now. Where the hell is she at? Where's Stillwell? What the hell is this chick's name?
It must be my fucking birthday.
All right. We're going to call her up.
It's the best show ever.
I know. Here we go. Let's see what she's got to say.
Dude, is this the one that said, I don't appreciate you calling me an Ed?
Yes. Yeah. Whoever. Yeah. They referred to her as it. In the
wait till you get a load of me, you fucking cunt.
Oh, yeah.
Said this should be good.
Yeah. Answer the phone. Come on. Oh, good God. Answer the phone. Oh, here's the best. Is that her? She answer? Yeah, there's all the GoFundMes and shit. Answer the phone. Oh, this skag's got to be kidding me. All right. We'll see if she has the tenacity to call back. Yeah.
No.
What a fucking...
That's why you're aggravating me already.
What? Is she there?
You're aggravating me.
Why? What'd I do?
You keep calling it a sheet.
I know. It's going to be hard. Yeah. Okay.
No. Yeah, well, I get that the brand, blah, 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 has to be, oh, you can't be a massage therapist. Or
no, I don't believe in that at all.
Oh, whatever the fuck. All right, right now, if tomorrow morning I wake up and go, you know what? I feel like a bald eagle. And I go out and I cover myself with fucking feathers. And now listen carefully. That does not make me a fucking bird.
No.
Genetics and biology says that if you have these organs, this fucking genetic makeup, and even bones, muscular structure, You are a man.
Yeah.
That's how you were born. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be born a dude or a girl, and at some point in your life when you're grown up, decide, I don't feel like that. And I really want to go take a bunch of dicks, get my fucking cock filleted and stuffed in me and stuff. More power to you, man. Go ahead. As long as you're happy and not hurting anyone, I don't give a fucking fuck. But you cannot force me to call you a woman.
No.
If you do all this shit, and my one question will be, well, I'm a woman, you have to call me a woman. I'll say, all right, have a kid.
Yep.
You can't do it because biology says you cannot fucking do it.
Yeah. I want to hear from an actual chick about this. I want to hear from Western Mass Tour Girl. How do you feel about like people like this that are born as guys who are now kind of like appropriating everything it means to be a woman?
I mean, I don't really give a shit. I'm more upset that the dog that she found was fed sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches from Dunkin' Donuts and burritos from Taco Bell. That was like the worst part of the story for me. So,
yeah, she did. Yeah.
I don't care. We can call her he, we can call her she, him, it, Jim. There's so many names now. I don't really. No. A list.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How do you feel about
BLT 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Yeah. How do you feel about penis being in the women's locker room? Like if you go to the gym, when I go to the gym at, wherever I am, the YMCA, whatever, there is just a wall of old man cock, like no matter what. There's guys, like old men at the gym. They refuse to put on pants ever, right? They'll be in there for a fucking hour. They'll be shaving with the fucking, the towel around their neck for some reason, and they're fucking naked. Just put the fucking towel on. They're obsessed. Their cock has to be out at all times. How do you feel about cock in the women's locker room? Because that will happen.
I mean, I think the whole, I think people that go into locker rooms are going to rape little girls and all that stuff.
No,
that's
not like
a little
that.
Like extreme.
No.
But I still I don't want to go in a restroom with another woman, never mind a person that isn't really sure what they are to begin with. Plus, it leaves the door open for anybody to be like, well, yeah, this is what I feel like. I'm going to go in here, whatever.
Yeah.
So
I'm not talking about restrooms. I'm talking about locker rooms.
Now, wait.
There's a big difference between locker room and a restroom.
So you're talking about a locker room? How do I feel about a dude in a locker room?
Yeah.
I don't think I want him in there with me now.
And that's the door that's been open with this. That's what's, you know what I mean? It's like you would be the biggest if you had a problem with that, I don't think
did we determine which type of jail she went to, by the way? Did she go
I'm sure she went to female. Oh, she definitely went to female jail. Because that's I watched.
Is that how it works now?
I watch Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New
California.
Black.
It's California. She went to the woman's jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Went to the woman's jail. It's fucking California.
Wyoming might be different, but California, you're going to the chick jail. And this is a problem a lot of people have. Like, first of all, if I was a chick, if I was a dude that was like facing a long prison sentence, I would just say I'm transgender and just be like, I feel like it's a lot easier to do time in a women's correctional institute than it would be a men's, no?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never been.
Yeah, I've never been either. I would assume so. I'm just going to go out on a limb, and it would probably be a lot more fun. Like, Orange is the New Black looks kind of fun.
Just to look at the other side of things, though, don't you think that there's so many sex-deprived women in jails that if a transgender, like a pre-op transgender comes in, they're just like, holy shit, there's a dick.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
Oh, absolutely.
Go get that person.
Everyone's going to have a good time. Everyone's going to have fun.
All right. Now, wait.
Yeah.
This ain't going to sound right coming from me, but so the bathroom thing, the locker room thing, it boils down, and just hear me out, it boils down to the person. Like, say, all of a sudden, you, me, anyone decides to become, identify as a chick. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
We got you.
And I go in, I decide that I feel like a fucking, sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. I feel like Bretina today. And I put on some fake tits, I fucking dress, I put my hair up, all that bullshit. And I go into a girl's bathroom to take a shit. And there's little girls in there. It boils down if you're a person that will predate and fucking feed off of younger people and weaker people, that makes you a piece of shit. There is 1,000, 1,000,000 gay men that identify as women that would go into a girl's bathroom and never even look, touch, do anything to a kid. It's a thing that's in your core. You know what I mean? Like either you're a predator or you're not. You know what I mean? So I have no problem with someone that identifies as a woman, and maybe he's still got his fucking micro dick, but he's not going to try to hurt a young girl. You know what I mean? He's just trying to make his way. Versus people are worried about, oh my God, there's a guy with a dick in the girls' room. He's going to fuck my kid.
I don't think that's
not how it is.
I don't think that's
not a real.
I just don't think women understand until you've been to the men's locker room at the YMCA. You have no idea the world of shit you're getting yourself into with this. Because get ready for it. There's going to be tons of cock. And it's going to be like, because people that are born with penises, once they reach the age of 50, they're obsessed with making everybody else look at their penis. I'm telling you, it's a fucking terrible thing. I don't know why they do it, but they must show you to it. It's a fucking travesty. But get ready for it. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's go on to the next topic.
And it's like the exact opposite in a woman.
Exactly. I know women are a little more modest. Yeah.
The thing that bugs me is that dude that broke all those high school running records.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? That's a whole different issue.
Yeah.
Where like this guy, you are a boy, and you said some shit to your teachers and the principal or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And some girl that made the state record, the shortest. I don't even know what those races are.
100-meter dash.
Over
100-meter dash.
Distance shit, cross country. You know, and you beat this girl's time by 5 minutes.
Yep.
But a girl didn't beat her time.
Yeah.
A boy did.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's a whole different bag of worms.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Let's go on to the next topic, though. Speaking of child predators, let's talk about Meg Bitton Photography, because we did a few blogs in this, and this is really fucking disturbing.
Segues go that way.
I know, seriously.
Speaking of child predators, I got another one for you.
All right. So there is this photographer named Meg Bitton who has like 400,000 followers on Facebook. She's from New Jersey, and she has a lot of people contacted us about her work, and it's really fucking disturbing, right? Like there are images here of little girls. Let's see some of these images that we're going to see in there of girls that are doing just really inappropriate and uncomfortable things. So for instance, here's one that says firsts that she posted on Facebook, and it's two girls who are embracing, and they're 11 years old, and they're like kissing. Now, a lot of people that had a problem with this were like, this is like sexualizing little girls. And she claims, oh, you have a problem with it because it's two chicks. I'm like, no, if it was a fucking boy that was topless, that would be fucking disturbing too, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah. And here's another one. This is like really weird. The same two girls, and they're like embracing, and it says love. And then she's slipping a $100 bill into her back pocket. Then there's this fucking one. And there's this guy who has a walkie-talkie who appears to be of age. And there's these chicks dressed clearly like hookers. They're portraying hookers, especially the look that this one's giving. She's looking at him like, yeah, I want to fuck. And this chick's like, no, I got him. And they're fucking 11. It's terrible. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a grown-ass woman making girls pose like this. And then we found more shit. We found images like this fucking one. How the fuck do you explain this one? The girl ripping a butt in the front seat of a truck in her fucking panties. Or this one. She has a shirt that says legalize it, and she's wearing underpants and holding fucking zigzags. Holding fucking zigzags. She's 9. Fucking 9. All right. Or this one we found. Of the same two girls blowing fucking lines of yayo off a fucking car, right? And it says, we have a story to tell. They're blowing fucking lines of $100 bills, right? And like what the? Now she claims that she's like portraying like life in the 70s. That's what she said. She's like portraying
her life.
Yeah, her life in the 70s. I'm like, Were you a child prostitute? No? Then this is not your fucking life. This is not reality. You are like, the worst part about it is she's like glamorizing it. Like, this is like a good thing. There's realism, right? There's like showing real shit, which you could do by showing actual real shit. This is you dressing up fucking rich suburban girls from Jersey and pretending to be fucking hookers and glamorizing it. And it's fucking spank bank material for fucking perverts. Like this comment right here, it says, ooh, naughty twirl. That motherfucker right there jerks off to kids. Like, that's what she's providing. She's providing fucking jerk off.
Easily.
Yeah. So I want to hear what you two have to say about it. Go, Western Mass Turtle Girl, you go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know who's going first, but I think what's more disturbing is the parents that allow their kids to do this.
I completely
I
agree.
can't imagine seeing my pictures developed and then looking at that and being like, oh, this is beautiful. I would be like, what the fuck have you done to my child?
Yeah.
If that was me, if my dad had seen those pictures, it wouldn't even be a question. They would never ever see anybody else's eyeballs, never mind end up on the internet.
Yeah.
And those kids are going to grow up one day and be like, what the fuck was my mom thinking? What the fuck was my father thinking, for fuck's sake? I have no clothes on. Is this hanging in their living room? Like, what? Where are they doing with these pictures anyway?
God, it's gross. It's so fucking gross. I agree completely. And they're like hiding behind the whole like art thing, which is and so many people are buying this.
The worst part about it.
Yeah.
They give art a bad name because you can call anything art and get away with doing something like this. It's sick.
And the thing about art
so
is
sick.
it's supposed to be interpretive. Like what artists don't do is censor shit. And her page, I'm blocked from it. Anybody who has had anything negative to say about her work has been blocked, which is the exact opposite of what a real artist would do. She's not a real artist. She's a fucking pervert with a camera. Go ahead, Brett.
I was blocked before I looked for her page after the second blog.
Oh, she knew you were coming.
Like on second blog, I searched for her, no results. Like preemptively blocked.
Yeah.
So can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, all the turtle riders, how many of you have daughters? I want to give this a second to see how many people have daughters. I have three daughters that made my life hell for 2 decades. 3 of them. If you post a picture of my 11-year-old that looks like this, go back, if you can do me a favor, Uncle Turtle, go back to the car hood one.
The car hood one?
Picture.
Okay, the one blowing lines? That's the weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. Yep. All right, we're on it.
Why do you have to have her leg up like that?
Yeah, it's a good
I've
point.
done a bunch of lines of a bunch of different objects in my life. Never had my leg cropped up like that.
Yeah.
Not one fucking time.
Yeah. Never.
You know what I mean?
First of all, look
like you're sexualizing children.
I'm glad you brought. I'm glad you brought this picture up in particular because these girls look so fucking happy in this picture and so healthy and so clean. If you are trying to do realism in child prostitution, child prostitutes are not fucking happy, okay? And they're not fucking clean, and they don't look like their hair is fucking freshly shampooed and conditioned. It's fucking bullshit. That's not realism.
Dude, you're giving, like you said in other things, you're basically making pedophilia porn.
Yes.
That these people can just download and save screenshot or whatever the fuck off of Facebook. So they don't even go on a register now. They're not going to websites that are flagged or nothing.
Yep. All
they have to do is go to Facebook and they find pictures of that. That's an 11-year-old little. Look, I got choked up.
Oh yeah.
That's an 11-year-old little girl, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And you put her ass in the air and all this other shit.
Yep.
Dude, she should. All right.
And adult, yeah.
Get myself in
Brett,
trouble, man.
Brett, we're gonna call up. We got the Fall River Gender Blender was in the shower. Okay, so we're gonna call it up right now. All right. Here we go. We got another phone call.
So much. I'm my kid with a camera, I will slice your fucking throat.
Not answering. Unfucking real. Answer the phone. Quit fucking jerking me around. All right. I'm going to call it one more time. I'm sick of this fucking person. Where do you hear this person?
All right. So while you're seeing if this person will answer,
Yeah.
There was this dude named Sean Parker Sr. Feel free to look him up.
Yeah.
And he said that Manch, who wrote this article for us, was just as bad as the lady that posted this picture. So exposing someone that sexualizes children is just as bad as the woman sexualizing children. Tell me how that makes any fucking sense.
Because feelings are involved. You hurt somebody's feelings, and you're not allowed to do that either. It's just as bad as sexual exploitation of children, apparently.
Yeah, it's such
Yeah,
bullshit.
but what is she doing to these little kids?
Yeah, I love that argument.
Chuck,
I love that
it's
argument,
just,
right?
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, these kids are being told by whatever piece of shit parent they have, and this wannabe porn star fucking photographer, look how beautiful you are. You're better than everyone. Da, da, da. So these kids are going to grow up with an unrealistic fucking opinion of how life fucking works.
Yep.
And the first old dude that goes, you're so pretty. Let me buy you that new iPhone 82. And they're going to fuck. Because you fucking pre-program these fucking bitches into being pieces of shit. They're kids.
Yep.
They're children.
Yep.
They don't know what pick from a doorknob.
Let's call her up. Let's call her up, actually.
Sexualizing them.
I'm going to call her up. I'm going to call Meg Bitton up because this skag is refusing to answer.
So insane, man.
Yeah, let's call her up because she has. Did she block her person? Okay, I think this is her page. Let's give her a call, shall we? Meg Bitton. I have a hard time believing she's going to answer. This coward, who should be in jail, in my opinion, for what she's fucking doing. She's profiting off this shit.
There is no way she answers. None.
None. Yeah, she's a fucking coward. She won't answer the phone. So why don't we come back to that one? Maybe we'll hit up the Fall River Chicks and let's go on our next topic on the agenda, shall we? Unless you guys have anything more to add. Do you?
No, nothing that'll help.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I want to go to Triggered Trixi out in Fitchburg. So on the Discussing Fitchburg Now page, something came to our attention. And it's this woman named Trixi Lazarin. Maybe we'll call her up too. And Trixi posts this. She says, on display in a kindergarten classroom at Crocker Elementary School. I'll be pushing for them to take it down. Quite disgusting to advertise and promote consumerism to children like this. I wonder how long it's been there. So it's the alphabet in a classroom. And it says A is for Adidas, B is for Burger King, C is for Coke, D is for Dollar General, which is fucking perfect for Fitchburg, by the way. E is for Exxon, F is for Ford, and so on and so on. And so this is like obviously big national chains that are, it's basically word association. These are things that kids are familiar with. They see on signs on a daily basis, and it gets them familiarized with the alphabet as opposed to the alternative, which is, A is for Apple, B is for bat, whatever. And so now I just want to say this. Imagine the thought process, right? How fucking weird you have to be to go into your kid's kindergarten, see this, and be like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm so outraged by this that I'm going to take a picture of it. And then I am going, you know what I'm going to do with that picture? I'm going to go to the cesspool known as Discovering Fitchburg Now, and I'm going to post it on there about how outraged I am by that, assuming that people are going to agree with me that this is indeed outrageous. So what do you think, Western Mass? You go first. What do you think of this? You agree with her?
I actually think that her daughter is probably posing in pictures for Meg Bitton. And so while she's complaining about something like this, her daughter, she's defending somebody like that woman.
Yes, basically, yeah.
I feel like that's what's happening here. And these two people are tied and connected, and we need to dig deeper because I know that's what's happening.
You think
right
so?
Now. You think so?
She just
seems like that kind of person. Like she wants to like draw some attention to something that's so insignificant and stupid, but it's so offensive and it's so bad, and I can't believe this is happening. But she's the same type of person that'll turn around and let her daughter do something like that with a photographer, like someone like Meg. So I feel like something's going on here.
Yeah, I agree completely. I mean, that's it. Well, I don't agree. I think that's an interesting take. I never thought of that. I think that's very interesting.
No, but in all realness though, like I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I actually think it's kind of smart.
Yeah, me too.
E is for elephant, and I have never seen an elephant in my life. So maybe as a child, I would have known E a lot quicker if it was for Exxon. I don't know. Yep. Like I get the idea behind it though.
Yeah, I totally. What do you think, Bret?
That proves that it's not about your kid. It's about you.
Right.
Like if I saw something in a school or anything that my children, when they were young, what like they spend all their time at school or at the after school program or anything, and I saw something amiss, I wouldn't post it to Facebook for likes and comments. I would go to the source and I would fucking deal with it. Like, you know what I mean?
I
love talking shit, but that's my child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, how do you
all rules are off when it's my fucking kid.
Yeah.
I don't go to Facebook to deal with it. I go to the school committee. I go to the principal. I go to all these other fucking steps instead of going, here discussing Fitchburg now. Oh no, poor me. Look at how my kid is being abused. No, it's not. Your kid is being taught. Yeah. Your kid is being taught.
And like, how are you supposed to like face?
Is that a bad thing?
You're like attacking the teacher too, who is actually an expert in like pedagogy and instruction, and is probably like did this for a reason. They probably read studies about how this is more effective. Whatever. They're a fucking professional, right? And who the fuck are you? This chick is 24 years old. All right. And this is obviously her first kid in kindergarten. And now she's a fucking expert because she wants to push her like, oh, no consumerism, man. Consumerism's evil. Bitch, you're part of consumerism every fucking day. You posted your outrage from a fucking iPhone. Shut the fuck up, you goddamn fucking hypocrite. All right.
We have no alphabet, Kathleen.
Yeah. Oh, and now this chick saying, you wrote this article about me? She's like coming up with excuses not to answer the phone.
See, that's what bugs me about all this. Like, you want to talk shit, but then when you get the chance to talk shit to a huge audience, you fold like a
Hello, are you there?
Cat.
Is she there? Are you there? Is this Mila?
Yeah.
Hello, Mila. How are you?
I'm looking to talk to Steve Quist really quickly.
Okay, this is Steve Quist. Go ahead.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. That's the head of Turtleboy. That's Steve Quist. What's wrong with you?
Okay, go ahead. They call me Uncle, but go ahead.
You're not the same person I talked to just recently.
Yes,
right?
I is.
Right.
We had a long conversation. It was 10 minutes. I got aggravated. Yeah, that was me.
I hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
So, you wrote this article about me. You wanted to out me. You know.
Okay.
Specifically, where you wrote this. You specifically wrote this. You wanted to go ahead and try to out me. Right?
Yep. Yes.
All right.
That's correct. So go ahead.
So you wrote this, but you didn't actually talk to me about it.
Didn't need to.
Went ahead and decided to
Go ahead.
put this out there without actually,
Yep, we're giving you a chance to talk now.
But you already did the damage, right? It's
Yeah,
like
well, because you were
somebody in the face.
You lied. You lied. You didn't tell people that you said you went to jail. Go ahead, Bret.
Wait, you're being too aggressive at this point.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. It's hard.
Yes. Shut up, Steve.
Sorry.
Maybe Steve went too far with the initial blog. So that's why right now we're giving you the opportunity in front of 123 people and thousands share this blog every fucking week. You get to say your piece. Tell this Steve Quist cocksucker how wrong he is then. You know what I mean? Like, you get free reign. You can say what. I'm going to give you 30 seconds right now. Say anything you want, madam. Free reign. Go.
Well, I don't have. First of all, I don't think that language was appropriate, and I don't think that. And I appreciate you giving me.
Hey, I don't give a fuck
me
about
my
that.
say.
Focus, bitch. Focus. Tell this Steve Quist hack, fucking blog writing piece of shit what you feel.
Give it
Go.
to me. Give it to me.
No.
Okay. So, all right. So tell us about this. You did lie about like being in jail, that you didn't actually commit a crime. You did commit a crime, right? You admit that. You admit you were lying about not committing a crime.
First of all, everything that I had to say was said to the judge and to the lawyer, and I have been told that I can appeal this case.
You cannot appeal a guilty. You pled guilty. You cannot appeal a decision when you plead guilty. You know that. You're lying again. You pled guilty to the crime.
First of all, I was in the infirmary for about 3 days, and then they let me out 5 minutes before seeing this, or not 5 minutes, like maybe at 20, maybe half an hour before going in front of the judge. All I remember is
you got caught stealing all that stuff you were posting online. You got caught stealing.
First of all, you can say whatever you want, but you weren't 3,000 miles from here, from where are in Boston for that area, and you weren't. What happened? You're speculating off of what's been said, but at the end of the day, you don't know what happened.
Oh, I do know what happened because you pled guilty. You pled guilty, so I do know.
No, the lawyer told me that there's two options that I have.
Court-appointed lawyer. Yes. Yeah, you could plead guilty or not guilty. You chose guilty. Correct?
First of all, they didn't give me any opportunity to contact my actual lawyer.
Oh, you have an actual lawyer. You have no money, but you have a lawyer on retainer. Is that correct?
I have a friend and a family member that are lawyers.
Oh, okay. And so they gave you no opportunity, even though it's your constitutional right to call a lawyer, and you got a court-appointed lawyer. You did not tell your court-appointed lawyer, who, by the way, where is your lawyer licensed to practice law? What state?
Mississippi.
I would assume your lawyer friend is certified in Massachusetts or Rhode Island, correct?
You can assume you want.
Well, I'm going to guess they're not a California attorney, or else they would not be able to practice law in the state of California.
Listen. Mr. Quist asked, where is your lawyer license? He's not assuming anything. He's asking you where this friend lawyer is licensed to practice law. That's all.
I'm not going to answer the question because all that matters is that I know where they're licensed.
Well, you're doing a great, that really helps clear things up, the fact that you won't answer that. So now you did plead guilty, okay, which was because you were guilty. You did actually do it. You blamed it on Kara Stillwell.
Put words in my mouth, but I'm not going to listen or talk to you any further if you want to.
Guys, you guys are being too hard on the lady. Just give her a minute to let it all out. You're here right now, honey, to tell us your story and to clear everything up that you are claiming that was wrong about what was written about you. So just take a second to tell us everything that was wrong that was stated.
Fair enough.
So go ahead and talk, woman. Let's go.
Don't call her a woman.
Wife?
What was that? Yes, she's my wife. That's my wife, correct.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What the fuck is going on? Why aren't you speaking?
Are you going to clear this up or no? What did we get wrong? Tell us what we got wrong and prove it.
Well,
Holy shit.
Go ahead, let her.
How many times have you burnt yourself with a cigarette today?
Go ahead.
Like, literally, she's nodding out between every fucking question,
Yeah.
man.
So what did we get wrong? Tell us what we got wrong, please.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I honestly thought this was going to be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's like beating up a fucking football speed.
Go ahead. Every time she's about to speak, we interrupt her. So go ahead.
All right.
What did we?
That I made multiple GoFundMe pages. I only made one.
Okay, so you did make one GoFundMe page, and now you did solicit a bunch of money from people, correct?
What I did is I asked people to help donate to get me home.
Okay, so why didn't you just sell the watch? Why didn't you sell the $10,000 watch that you still have? You had it yesterday when you went live. Why didn't you sell that instead of making other people pay for your flight home?
Because it is owed to my ex, Bo Tucker, and he asked for it back. He was
Fuck him.
disappointed in what happened.
You don't owe him shit.
Wait, what's his name? What's his name?
Bo Tucker?
Bo Tucker?
Dick Tucker?
Is that his name, sir?
So let me get this straight. Bo Tucker,
Sir?
Bo Tucker bought you a $10,000 watch. And
10,000.
yeah, but he would not buy a plane ticket for you. Is that correct? That's weird priorities that Bo seems to have. He would buy you a $10,000 watch, but he would not buy you a $600 plane ticket. Is that correct?
I'm not in his shoes. I don't know what he was thinking.
Interesting. That's a very interesting friend that you have right there. And now, so do you still have the watch?
No, I do not.
Who has it?
Who has it? He has it.
Bo
He asked
Tucker
me to
has
get it to him before I left.
How can we get a hold of him? I'd like to speak with Bo Tucker.
I'm not going to give out anybody else's information. other than
Interesting.
my own.
So it doesn't really seem like you want
Yeah.
to clear this up. Yeah, you told us his name. We're halfway there.
No, we're not halfway
Listen,
there because I'm not going to give
I would like to
people's
think-
information when I didn't
I would like to
give
think
consent
that
do
me and
so.
you, listen, pipe down, Caitlin. I would like to think that we can talk as gentlemen. We're both men. We can fucking discuss this. So you gave away a $10,000 watch when you were scared for your life to get back home to Fail River. Now listen, I've been to California. Used to go to Raiders games every year in Oakland. Oakland is a shithole. Every part of California is better than Fail River. Is someone driving a fucking around?
Are you at the airport? Is that a fucking plane?
That's 18-wheeler driving into your asshole, sir.
Yeah. Sir, are you there, sir?
He's at the truck stop. He's a lot living.
Sir, are you there? Are you okay, sir? Hello? All right, so, all right. Excuse me, sir.
I want to let you guys know that this has all been recorded by my lawyer. Bye.
Oh, you have a lawyer? It's all been recorded by a lawyer, Brett. And by the way, I'd like to point out we're on a live show. We're on a live show that's actively recording this.
Get
But
the
she,
court papers right.
but
Brett Matthew Killoran
Yeah.
called you a he. Because I fucking put feathers all over
Oh,
me that
good
don't make me
God.
a bird. Sir.
yeah, I'll tell you one thing. We did a pre-screening with him before the show, and I had a long talk with him. And one of the questions he asked me was, "Why are you doing this?" And I said, "Because you're a fraud and you're lying." And they wanted to get in the whole thing. I'm like, "I'm not getting in the whole thing. You can explain how we lied on the show, what we got wrong." And then I also asked him, what did I say to him? I forget what the fuck. It was just one fucking lie after another, and obviously
My
comes on here.
question is, can we call Bo Tucker?
Yeah, I want to talk to Bo Tucker. I want to talk to Bo.
Bo Tucker works in the evidence department at the police station. That's where her watch is.
Yes, that's a good.
That's his fucking nickname for Ball Tucker, the guy at the truck stop that lets him work the fucking night shift. Fuck him. Fuck his fucking. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, shut up.
You might, but that's your own choices.
It's almost as if she has some sort of mental illness. It's almost, and he wanted to educate me. He's like, "Why did you call me a dude?" I'm like, "Because you have a penis." You know, generally that's what happens. You know, so yeah, we saw there that is. I loved it, by the way. That like I pled guilty because my lawyer told me to, as if that's advantageous. Yes, it's advantageous if you're going to be found guilty to plead guilty sometimes. Because there's fucking evidence against you, like cameras and shit, because you committed a fucking crime. I mean, it's unbelievable. So, oh God. All right, let's go on to the next topic. Let's get back to the what else? What the fuck? Oh,
We have no extra vaginas, Kathleen.
yeah, we let's talk to Triggered Trixi. Triggered Trixi. So let's try to call. Oh, she goes, "I'll see you guys in court. Posting nude pics of me was illegal. I'll be seeking punitive measures." She posted nudes on Facebook, And on top of that, I find it remarkable that this woman who is dying because she doesn't have a penny to her name has a lawyer on retainer who is watching the show and recording us, even though we are also recording and it's already on Facebook. I mean, this is amazing. Yeah, I know. Steve Chris.
Are you still connected to her?
No, she.
Like, what's that?
Yeah, he hung up on me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Let's talk about the
Like, it's still that background noise, though.
let's talk. So a lot of people were having fun with this whole shit about like the alphabet there and like the Fitchburg thing, and a lot of people thought they had a lot of fun with it. Man, we fucked up though. We didn't get a couple. Like A is for abortion, and these are all images we've used in blogs about Fitchburg before, which would be a lot better. B is for bone ride, and I see people doing that in the comment. C is for crackheads. D is for DCF. E is for Easter. We all remember the Easter egg drop in Fitchburg. That turned out to be fucking. It was like fucking Black Hawk Down. F is for food stamps.
Dude, roll up. They had the best fucking alphabet things going for the past 20 minutes during these two.
I've been following it.
These fucking savage turtle riders are the best audience on social media.
I know.
I don't give a fuck.
A is for, I like this one. I is for inside you. Like look at that guy. What's he doing? All right. R kid is for kid cock. Also would have worked as R is for road rage. Yeah, there were some good ones on there. It was so Fitchburg at
There's been a bunch of R is for ratchets.
R is for ratchets. That's a good one. Yep. Q is for queef pie. We really fucked up by like missing the X is for Xannies. Shame on us.
Xanax. Yeah.
Yeah, Xanax. But I also like X is for X marks the spot. These dudes fucking just dumping. Look at that, taking a shit. Look at them. Look, two of them. Two
Dude,
guys.
I still get stuck on the thing you always say, to where all these pieces of shit. I talked to my lawyer, like you got Milky on speed dial.
I know.
Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like fucking. Somehow you're on food stamps. You got kicked out of housing for 6 months of not paying $200 on Section 8, but somehow you have a lawyer on retainer.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing.
No. I believe it to be false, sir.
Yeah. Oh, you do? How about that? That's weird. I definitely think it's true. Yeah. Yeah. Where?
D is for, Andrea Lynn just said D is for dog filter.
Yeah.
And then Gupta says D is for dinkadoodle.
Dinkadoodle. All right.
Best word ever in the Turtleboy dictionary is dinkadoodle.
Yeah. F is for flat brim. There's so many good ones we could do there. All right, let's go on to I want to talk about this scam artist guy for a minute. Michael Burris. Holy shit.
Burris? Yeah, all right.
What a fucking story this was. This was wild. So this poor guy is planning his wedding, right? And he goes on.
Kelly Moran said,
D is for deformation. I like that one, yeah. Tuna canoe, yeah. O is for only God can judge. That's a fucking great one. God. See, where were you guys when we needed you? God, that's fucking awesome. All right. So Michael Burris is from Newton, and this poor guy is doing a fucking wedding. And so he goes on thumbtack.com, and I guess, he didn't have time to do the wedding, so he wants some guy to plan it for him. And so they recommend this guy who gets a hold of him, and he's like, I'll do your wedding. All right, give me $17,500, and I'll do this and this and this. It's like 3 weeks to their freaking wedding, and he's like he's finding out from the vendors that this guy never fucking booked the tent, never booked the DJ, never did shit. So he finds this out on his own, right? And he goes on there and he starts messaging these people, and the guy gets all fucking mad, right? That he messages them. And I want to read this email in the all caps voice, if you don't mind. This is from
Boss Man is at a campsite, I think.
What's up?
I think you're at a campsite or something.
That's not me.
All this noise.
Yeah, what's all that noise over there? Is that Western Mass Turtle Girl? Is she in the middle of nowhere?
It must be. It ain't me.
I don't think so. You guys are breaking up on me, though.
All right. So let me just read this to you in all caps voice, right? Good evening, Jenny and Michael. First of all, I want to say that no matter what the ending result of this communication will be, I always think the best of you, and I will always consider you dear friends. I have never experienced the client that decided to jump into a contractual relationship or take over a wedding from a wedding planner, an event planning, catering, staffing, and beverage service. I have never had a client call my vendors to check up on me, ever. If my vendors were called, it clearly begins to breach our contract on so many levels. Number one, my vendors, and when I say that to you, what I'm saying is the relationship with my vendors. You are undermining how I do and what I do with my vendors is strictly confidential. Their accounts are under MBD, Hospitality Services LLC, and whoever you are contracted with. Other than 5, I have your wedding. I have my wedding clients. I have 5 weddings in the month of September and second wedding in the Winter New Hampshire for 110 people. That is the wedding Amanda is working. I have easily worked that wedding and have my wedding planner assigned to you. I've developed upon a relationship professionally, and I have given you well over 105 hours of my time, Jenny. There is a cost of my time, Jenny. There is a cost. I bill my clients $75 an hour per hour consultation. I do transportation costs, etc. I could have put major league stipulations in a contract, but I did not. Why? Because I really do still believe in your wedding. I want the wedding. If you want to sabotage it, I will sleep well at night because I tried to get you to reconsider. So, interesting email right there. Yeah. I mean, that's the way it reads, right? You're like reading this. You're like, I mean, it. What?
That's 100% the way it goes.
What do? All right, Western Ontario, when you first saw these emails, what did you think of these emails?
So I was like, he's like yelling at them, but then he's like, but I'll still do your wedding, but I still want $8,500. But fuck you for even saying that about me. But do you still want to do this? Are we still on? Like, it was so back and forth. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
I love the question
marks.
marks.
How did you even respond to this at the end?
I like how it was like all these like statements that ended with question marks, and the effort that had to like go into changing the color and the font. It looked like one of those Nigerian Prince email scams. Like, you can't fucking be serious. Yeah. This guy's a fucking, and they gave him $17,000. I mean, I called him up. I spoke with him on the phone. I booked a wedding, an appointment the next day with him. I didn't show up, but he speaks perfectly normal on the phone. Like, he's perfectly fucking normal. Bret, what did you think?
Well, with that, it sounded like it might be a couple disgruntled brides. You know how brides get.
Yep.
And then until you haven't got to that, but until the sister showed up.
Oh, the sister. Oh, yeah, that's another blog.
Like, the sister showing up and calling him all sorts of things.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
But see, my thing is your own. I get to that part first.
Yeah. So basically, and the sister no longer wants to be on the blog. I've been meaning to take her down. She wants her name redacted, whatever. So the sister goes onto his page and is like, yo, after reading the blog, is like, you're a fucking piece of shit liar. You're a fucking lying con artist piece of shit. And the brother starts yelling back at her, like, what are you talking about? You would never, you screwed me over. Like, starts calling her a liar. And she's like, don't ever fucking come near my kids, you fucking rancid piece of shit. Like, usually it's like a free my boy with the fam thing. Not with this guy. The fam showed up and they were like, yo, lock his ass up. Like, and
that's my thing. Like, back in the day, I did a lot of grimy shit. Blah, blah, blah. Not once did my family go, listen, you piece of shit. Like, you know what
no, never,
I mean?
Yeah.
You have to think pretty fucking far for your own family to shit on you all over social media. No.
Yeah.
How did he get this far, though? How did he get this far that he actually has a business and all this stuff? Does he live in a shelter? Did I read that? Or
he does, but here's the craziest part. He's got a fucking office in Boston, right? A fucking office that he rents out. I mean, think of his business costs, right? His business is registered with the Secretary of State. That only costs $500 a year. So he seems legitimate. Somehow he manipulates Thumbtack, which is like a well-respected kind of like Angie's List for contractors. And so that seems legit. He's got an office in downtown. He's got a registered LLC. Thumbtack recommended him. So it all fucking checks out, right? And he makes his fucking money by scamming people from one person to the next. That's how he pays for the fucking office in Boston. It's fucking insane that this guy has gotten away with this for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, he must have done like a couple weddings somewhere along the line.
Never.
No, I mean, otherwise, how would he get to where he is right now, taking that much money? Because people don't just hand over thousands and thousands of dollars to somebody without looking into them a little bit. And if they looked into them and they found all good things, then how the hell is he been getting away with it? Have people just been like, forget it? I guess I'll just eat it.
When they looked into him, they found the way he manipulated that site. Like, you know what I mean? Like, his manipulation caused it to be, I had a great experience. Oh, even the flowers we changed at the last minute, he provided. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so now they don't get the money back for their wedding now.
He gave himself fake reviews.
So
he gave himself fake reviews.
Of these people that are having the best day of their lives, like, I know when I married my wife, it is the best day I've ever had. I got to marry my best fucking friend. Fortunately, I didn't have someone that fucking bored into me like a fucking botworm and fucking sucked the life out of me by taking all of the money that I planned to spend on the one time I'm gonna marry someone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're preying on people's greatest hopes and just taking the money and going smoking crack and fucking whores.
Yeah, he's homeless, by the way.
Yeah, but if I, that's what I'm saying. But if I pay somebody money and I don't get anything in return, how do they get to keep the money? How is this guy getting away with it, is what I'm saying.
Because that's
these
a great
people
question.
are just giving him money for a wedding, not getting a wedding, and being like, okay, I got fucked. I guess I'll move on.
Here's the answer to your question. He hasn't been getting away with it. He has warrants out for his arrest for this same shit he's done to people before. He was picked up because, by the way, he has people working for him too that he also stiffs over, all right, and never pays and shit like that. And so he was picked up in Somerville in May on warrants for not paying fucking people for services, right? And so what he does is he gets arrested and then, you know, he gets released on personal recognizance and he ends up just fucking walking around with active warrants, like not giving a fuck. They're moving on to the next person he scams. All right. He leaves himself fake reviews. He has no like Google page or a Facebook page, so you don't see the low ratings or anything like that. So there's no way to like look him up, and he just sounds legit. He's a professional fucking con man that was getting away with this shit basically until we blew his ass up. He ain't gonna get away with it anymore because his ass is in jail right now because of our fucking blog.
And then he was dumb enough to post his address on one of the blogs or on something, right?
With fighting with his sister. he admitted to where he lived.
And then he gets arrested.
Because the Newton police found out where to find his ass after that. And they went down there and they fucking got him. Like, unfucking believable. All right.
So fucking dumb is that?
I know, motherfucker. Let's go on to the last topic because we're running out of time here. And that is the taco tornado.
This is the worst one.
Yeah. Brigadier Beef General. So a lot of us have seen this video. And this comes from North Carolina. God, we could use a Carolina Turtleboy. There's so much ratchet in this country that hasn't been exposed. And these are babysitters, right? Watch what they fucking do if you haven't seen this video. Kid smoking a blunt. Look at the baby. The fucking baby smoking. Got smoke coming out of the nose. Look at that shit. Look at this guy. He's gonna hit it again. He's hitting again like a fucking pro. Look at him. Takes it back for a third time. Fourth time. That motherfucker's high as shit. Look at him. Doesn't care. He goes, pass to your sister. Pass that shit. Don't burn his hand. I've seen a lot of shit, man. Oh, good God. All right. So here's the most remarkable part about that video. You guys smoke. I know Bret. I smoked pot with Bret before, right? You smoke pot, Western Mass Turtle Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing it right now.
When you had a girl. So when you smoke pot, right? When you're like the first time and you hit a blunt, I mean, have you ever had like a coughing fit?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, right? the most remarkable part about that video is not a single kid fucking coughed. They got smoke coming out of their fucking nose, and what that tells me is this ain't the fucking first time they've had a fucking cipher, right? That they fucking passed the blunt around. Like, these are fucking veteran pot smokers, no?
Obviously. And if I'm that baby and I'm foreseeing my future right now, I'm definitely going to take that blunt if someone hands it to me.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, all right. What do you think, Brett? Go ahead. Your comment.
All right. So, number one, I felt bad for blowing smoke at my cat when I was younger. Like, at my cat. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That girl, the little girl, took that shit. All I saw when in the original blog of that, where she's blowing the smoke out of her nose.
Her nose.
All I heard in my head was da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G.
No. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, that is 1,000% abuse.
Oh well, it's not her. It's not their kids.
Should be jailed immediately.
Yes, and they were jailed immediately. So this video goes viral, obviously, and this woman, what the fuck's her name? These scissoring couples. I forget this fucking skag's name. Doesn't matter. She looks like fucking Snoop Pearson from The Wire. All right.
It looks like that 6x9 rapist wrap up with all the tattoos on her face and shit.
Yes. Oh, that chick. Oh, and then you got her lover here, who goes by Candy Cocaine. Candy Cocaine. All right. And
that picture, dude. That kid blowing the smoke out of her nose. She's a champ, son. Yeah. I want to smoke with her now. Just because I know. Smoking.
Yeah. Now here's the question. Here's the ultimate question. Would you ever, based on like looking at these people's Facebook pages, right? Would you guys ever let your fucking kids be babysat by them?
Based on a Facebook page?
Or just based on like looking at
look at her in person, anything.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Of course you would not.
No.
Yeah. No.
Like say you fell for the ad. They put their ad on the Worcester yard sale page looking for clients for babysitting. And then all of a sudden you say, you know what, fuck it. I'm a single mom with 8 kids. I'm on EBT Section 8. Let me go see this bitch, see what she do. And you show up with your kids. And you see that come to the door. You see that bitch show up, and you're like, hey, I would like to drop my children off with you. She goes, all right, word, N-word.
Yeah.
Well, what's the worst that can happen?
And then you leave your kid there till 3.
What's the worst that could happen? They'll smoke a blunt.
No.
You'll end up on Turtleboy.
Worst thing that can happen is
hey, those kids are going to go to bed early tonight.
Don't you guys blame the fucking mob? My point I'm getting at here is like, I blame.
Your kids are going to bed early
tonight,
I know.
Yeah, your kids gonna have the. Hopefully you didn't fucking trade in all the food stamps because your kids are gonna have the munchies like a motherfucker, right? So hopefully the corner store down the street takes food stamps.
You better have bought a grip of fruit roll-up, son. Yeah. Because when them kids get home, they're eating everything.
Yeah.
Those little assholes are going to be chewing on cardboard at the end of that night, son.
W's for welfare. All right. So obviously this wretched as fuck. We can't call these chicks because they're fucking locked up. But my point I was getting at is like, how the fuck is the mother not arrested? It's like borderline child abuse to hand over your children to these people. You know what the fuck's going to happen. Like, obviously you know what they're all about. You don't get to just be like, play shocked afterwards. Like, oh no, I can't believe this chick called Candy Cocaine smoked my kids up. I never saw that one coming. Like, obviously, you know.
Right. I thought my $20 a month for child care was well spent.
Oh God! And now we got this fucking chick. Oh God! This chick's still messaging us about this. See you in court. I mean, this dude rather. I'm gonna have punitive damages. You've continued to harass me. I want you to stop.
Call that man back.
Yeah, let's call one more time. All right, sir.
Yeah.
I keep saying, sir, calm down. Please calm down, sir.
Calm down, brother.
Yeah.
She's gonna hang up right away.
Sir. Well, she's like telling us, Leave me alone. I'm a woman. Sir, please calm down. You're messaging me. I love when they say, like, stop harassing me, and they're messaging you incessantly. It's like,
and then message you. Yeah, that's so insane.
Yeah, this is the third warning. Hello, sir, are you there?
Stop calling me, please.
You keep messaging us, sir.
Stop calling.
You're the
please.
one that's messaging us.
Stop messaging me.
You're messaging us,
Stop.
sir. Calm down, please.
Stop.
Calm down, sir. Okay, she hung up, or he hung up. Whatever.
Hey, listen. Oh, all right. I was gonna say, listen, Mr. Quest.
Mr. Yeah, Mr. Quest. Hey, can we talk man to man? Let's talk man to man here.
Oh, this is such bullshit.
I know. All right. Sir,
I just gotta say that the rest of you that are still riding with us tonight, I love every one of you except Charlie Kelly.
yeah.
The rest of you I love. KC girl, we still got issues, but the rest of you are the fucking balls.
All right. So this guy's not going to answer the phone. Let's talk about. Let's end the. Let's end the.
This guy.
Yeah, this guy's chickening out. All right. Let's end the show with a little segment we call Ask Turtleboy. So you can ask any of us. That includes Western Mass Turtle Girl, Bret Killoran, and Uncle Turtleboy. Any questions you want. Shoot the shit. All right. By the way, I'm writing a book. It's going to be released in like a month. It's going to be an ebook. It's going to be fucking awesome. All right. Trust me, it's going to be a tell-all of Turtleboy. You're going to want to read it. Anyway, let's see what you guys got in the car. Any questions you guys want to ask us? Shoot. Let's hear it.
See, now, every time we do this, everyone bitches up and talks about other stuff, and I get it. But if you have any questions for any of the panel, you can ask anything, man. Anything your little tiny black hearts desire.
Yep.
Ask me, ask her, ask Unc, anything.
Yeah. Somebody said,
And on the side note, you tell me another fucking social media website that lets you ask whatever the fuck you want to the people running it.
Yeah.
There ain't one.
Adam asks a great question. When are t-shirts coming in? We ordered them. They'll be in like a week. The new t-shirts and new decals are coming as well. And they're going to be fucking dope. All right. So keep your eye out for that. And we got women's shirts coming too. The shirt's going to come in women's cuts and men's cuts. They're going to be fucking awesome. It's the one of the Turtleboy pissing on Facebook and Twitter. And it's coming in gray. It's going to be fucking awesome. All right. Yeah. The book will be here in like a month. The book's going to be fucking great too. All right. What other questions we got here? Does Western Mass Turtle Girl dip in the ladies' pond?
They asked me that last time
No,
too.
they always
Not
ask.
anymore, guys.
I know.
I ask you that every time.
Have you changed? And so Casey DeMello asks, is it going to be on Amazon? Yes. It will be released on Amazon, on ebooks. You'll be able to purchase it there, or you can purchase a hard copy, I believe, and we can mail it to you as well. All right. The next question, Bret, will you give up your address to that guy who was calling you and Maddie Mo out?
Yeah, my address and both my phone numbers and everything have been spread all over Facebook.
I bet they
I don't
have.
give a fuck. If you want to show up, you're going to get a chest full of buckshot. That's all there is to that. I live in Maine now. Constitutional carry. You show up at my door with ill intent, I can legally fill your chest full of lead. Come on.
Yeah. Let me call.
Like, that's just dumb. And wait, though. If you take words over Facebook as an invitation for, like, lethal violence, you're fucking doing it wrong, man. I get called everything. Rapist, homo, massage therapist, LGBT, 1, 2, 3, hater, all this shit. These words roll off my fucking skin like water off a duck, man. Because it's social media. Who gives a fuck? If you get this mad over blogs, reevaluate your life. Reevaluate.
Yeah. So more questions people are asking. They're asking about, they want to know where Western Mass Turtle Girl is from. I don't know. I think she's from, I don't even want to know. Springfield. She's from Springfield. There you go. Western Mass, yeah. Somebody wants to know what's a Vogue stash. It's like a collection of pubes that kind of just contain dirt. And like back when, like before you shaved for the first time and you were like, you know, there was always that kid in high school who was like 15 and refused to shave and thought his pube stash was like, you know, a real mustache. It's not. It's just a collection of dirt and pubes. Yeah, that's that.
It looks like that your mom could take it off by spitting on her thumb and rubbing your lip.
Yeah. Somebody wants to know, did I miss Hurricane Beefaroni? Yeah, we never talked to her because I don't even know if we're really talking to her. We have somebody claiming to be her emailing us that wants to come on the show. They added us on Skype, and then they didn't return our emails today, so there was that. Other questions, let's see. Is the Milford blog coming out tomorrow? Yes, it is. That will be coming out tomorrow. What other question? Hurricane Betty's or Mario's show place? I don't know. It depends on the day. I'd probably pick Sweaty Betty's just because it's closer, and I don't trust Webster Skaggs. So I'd probably go to Hurricane Betty's. Let's see. What else are people asking? Please expand national.
Right.
We're working on it, David. We're working on it. Go ahead, Brett.
Jason Friend said, have you ever been served court papers or any cease and desist?
Oh, yeah. I can't even talk about the one asshole. We got one asshole who's suing us. And
No,
it's been going on.
wait. You can't. You be quiet.
Yeah, I'll be quiet.
So currently, the brand has a lawsuit from an egomaniac, and I've tried to fucking stay out of this, so I'm not going to say any words that'll get me in trouble, but a certain egomaniac that used this blog for their own personal gain is currently suing us because we did what they wanted. We've also had other people actually file lawsuits. Gordon Crazy Davis was one, and he lost horribly.
Yeah.
Our attorney, can I say her name or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Margaret the Beast Milliken is never been beat
Undefeated.
for the bullshit lawsuits for deformation and all this other shit. Listen, if you post pictures and posts on a public social media website, that is no longer your property. If you read the fuckbook agreement, anything you post becomes public domain. So if you post a picture, say, of your kid blowing fucking pot smoke out of her nose at 4 years old like Snoop Dogg, we have every right to use it.
Yeah.
If you post, say, I don't know, a blog about how when we told people don't vote for you because you already gave up, you have no leg to fucking stand on.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into that too much, Brett. Fuck him. I'm not giving any more of my time.
Well, but I'm just saying on any of them, they always, how many times do you get threatened up? In say, a 2-week period, how many times do you get threatened with lawsuits?
20.
30, 20, 30?
Yeah, whatever, a lot.
Low estimate.
Yeah. So
you have no ground.
Yeah.
None of you.
Yeah. I want to answer some more questions here that people are asking. Somebody asks, people are asking, like, how come you didn't do this story? How come you didn't do this story? That's a great question. All right. Because we are understaffed. All right. And this is not a full-time job for anyone. And so it's very hard sometimes to get blogs out of people, right? So we are always looking for new bloggers. Always. All right. So feel free to message us if you'd like to give it a shot, like to give a tryout, because there's only so many hours in the day and our resources are thin. So we get to as many stories as we can. So I hope that answers that question. Somebody said, wait, Hurricane Betty's is a real place? Oh, it's way too real, honey. Yeah, way too real. What else? Are you ever in the process of not being sued? Occasionally there is a time like where there's a calm in which we're not being sued. It's nice.
Windows.
Somebody
Small
says,
windows,
yeah.
man.
What two ratchets would you have a threesome with? I would definitely start with the chick from Rockland.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I would start with the chick from Rockland because she just does it for me. I don't know why. The town pass around that was on the town council there, bobbing for boners. It would be hard to pick a second. You know who I might pick? Yeah, I might pick that Alexis Aslanian chick the real ghetto chick. I mean, she looks like she could have a good time too. Who would you pick, Bret?
No. Ask her first. So
Yeah, Western.
I got standard, guys.
you got done.
Yeah.
So you done.
Come on.
I would go with Jenduso.
Oh yeah, how can I forget her?
Say what you want, man.
Yeah.
I bet you that bitch can fuck. I bet you she can suck my dick like a ass.
Yeah.
You say what you want.
Yeah.
I go with her, and this is going to disturb some folks, and Dee Dee.
What? Get the
Because
fuck
again,
out of here!
that-
You would not fuck Didi Delgado.
If I had to, the question was if you had to pick two. Had to.
Yeah.
Gun to your head. Have
God.
to. Jenduso for the fluff. And then I would fucking bend Dee Dee over and picture hot rods and bang her in the shitter like she owed me money.
Oh, good God. Good God.
Here's your white guilt, bitch.
Oh, good God. Yeah. So, some people are saying like, all right, so Shannon Alexa asks a good question. Who was the first blogger after Uncle Turtleboy? So Shell Shocker and Social Justice Warrior Hunter, they've both been with us for a long, long time, and they've never come on the show, and they never will. Intern Turtle has been with us for a long time, even though we call him intern. He'll always be an intern to me. All right. We added South Shore Turtle Girl in late 2016. She's been a tremendous addition to the show. Then we added like North Shore Turtle Babe and Merrimack Valley Turtle Bay and Western Mass Turtle Girl. Western Mass Turtle Girl contacted us via email and was like, I'd like to give this a shot. And she gave it a shot. And we're like, you know what? You're fucking good. And so we brought her on. So that's how we kind of get people to do that. Any other questions? Yeah, Manchester.
You know what, man?
Go ahead.
Wait, you know what? Joe Social Worker.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Joe Social Worker.
Remember him?
Oh, it's a she. Joe Social Worker's a chick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I love those fucking blogs.
Yeah, she was
Love,
great.
Love.
Yeah, I forgot about those. You're an old school turtle writer if you remember
Oh.
Joe Social Worker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eva Lanou. Yeah, who the fuck is that? I forget who that is. That sounds familiar. Anyway, any other questions? Bret likes chocolate. Good one, Bret. Epic Bret. Bebo. Yeah, no one would fuck Bebo. That's disgusting.
No, I don't. Wait, what the fuck?
Go ahead.
I like chocolate. I like females. That's all.
Yeah.
And the question was,
Yeah.
if you had to. That's all I'm saying. That's two of our best fucking victims. And that's Jen Duso can suck a dick through a god nose.
Yeah.
And Dee Dee needs to have this white anaconda. That's all.
Oh my God. This is so terrible. Oh, I'm going to kill myself right after this show's over. Oh my fucking God. Good God.
Mic drop.
Yeah, Mike, exactly. Somebody says Nikki's. Yeah, I saw another good question there. Like, how come they won't come on the live? Because then there are voices associated with it, and their employer could be like, dude, that's your fucking voice. You know what I mean? And they like to keep their jobs and shit. So there you go.
All that social work.
It's called responsibility.
Yeah,
Yeah,
being
their
responsible. Yeah. Yeah. Other people just don't give a fuck as much. I think Western Mass Turtle Girl is her own boss, correct? So you don't have to like worry about that.
I don't.
Yeah, so if you're your own boss, who gives a fuck? Yeah. Oh, what? Dude, we're missing the most obvious one, Bret. Fucking Maud.
What?
Maud. Right?
No,
Fucking
no.
Maud. Yeah. It's got to be Maud.
You're going to look down, and you're going to see that mug, and then the hot-on's going to fucking fall onto her chin. She's going to look up at you like you owe her money.
Yeah. That's the thing about Maud, right? Is that, like, she would be so lame. It would just be... She's the kind of chick that you would just bang her missionary, and that's all she would let you do. But then she would tell the world that it was doggy. You know what I mean? Because she's a fucking
No, but
liar.
even if she let you hit it from behind, she would still only go, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, good God.
She
Good
would
God.
make you doubt yourself.
All right. So it looks like the questions are about coming to an end there. It's been an awesome fucking show, people. Thanks for coming on, Bret and Western Mass Turtle Girl. Thanks for following us, Turtle Riders. We love you fucking people more than life itself. We'll see you next Saturday night. All right. getting ready for the Patriots home opener, right? Saturday night, 10 o'clock, same turtle time, same turtle place. We love you, people. Peace outside.
Rest in peace, Khalil Mack, you bitch.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
All right, we're ending it in 1 second. You never know. Let's see.
Make sure. Make sure.
I know. I'm trying. I can't believe you said you banged Dee Dee. That's disgusting.
I don't give a fuck. I do not give a
Oh my.